Good afternoon and welcome to Onalaska High School as we celebrate with our graduates. My name is Jared Shafter, principal of Onalaska High School. At this time, I ask you to please stand for the class of 2026. One of our student leaders, Aditi Mudaganti, will begin our ceremony with a welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aditi Mudaganti, and I welcome you to the Onalaska High School graduation ceremony for the class of 2026. The number 26 was what we carried with us all these years, and now it has brought us to the finish line. Even without the number 26, going forward, we will remember the lessons and experiences from the 4 years leading up to this day. But what defined us was never just a number. Our class is made up of uniquely talented individuals, and we always have and always will be intertwined by the thread of Onalaska High School. As we embrace our new beginnings with what I describe as naive optimism, the unwavering support from our friends, our families, and our teachers is woven into every part of who we have become. On behalf of the senior class, I would like to welcome you and thank you for being here to celebrate this day. At this time, we ask all who are able to please rise and direct your attention to the flag in the back of the gym for the singing of the national anthem by Addie Sandwick.
Our first senior address will be given by Krishna Aliani.
May I please have Brett Shower come up here, please? All right. Graduation speaker, I hardly know her. We like to think of life as a script, something we can meticulously plan out and follow. But if the last few years have meant anything, we know it's unpredictable. Because in the end, you don't control the roll of the dice. You control how you respond. I have with me a foam 20-sided dice. We're going to follow the journey of a student starting high school and see where this dice takes us. When I say the word, roll! This dice needs to be tossed in the air like a beach ball 2 times, no more than that. I'm on a time limit. And the number on top will determine our fate, a higher number being better, a lower number being worse. Let's start at the beginning, freshman year. We're at OHS looking to make a difference in the world. We make our way through the year, stumbling a little through Bio 9 with its onslaught of lions, elephants, seacums, until we arrive at sophomore year. Out of the frying pan and into the multicolored chemical flames, because up next is one of the hardest parts of high school, chemistry. Dan Eng, if only you were here. Let's roll! Toss it in the air. Toss it in the air one more time. All right, what's the number? 8. All right, on an 8. With trepidation, we approach the final exam. I think we aced it. Every question went well. We remembered all the gas laws. But looking back, we might have forgotten to keep track of significant figures. We passed the class, but take a couple points of damage in the grade book. But now, junior year arrives. The schedule looms like a dragon with AP classes for claws, essays for teeth, and a vicious head asking you, what do you want to do in the future? Class of 2026, it's time to roll for survival. Throw it in the air, throw it in the air. One more time, one more time. What do we got? Stop the ball. What do we got? A 10. Thank you, Avery and Grant. On a 10. After a harrowing fight full of progress checks and hellish FRQs, Physics 1, you scrape through AP exams, gaining the college credit we so deserve. And we find ourselves eye to eye with that dragon, still asking us that question. What do you want to do in the future? It's a question we're constantly asked, and yet we're expected to have a concrete answer. In reality, our future is ever-changing and can only be navigated with the very skill we practice today. I haven't written the rest of this speech. In the spirit of the message, I intend to wing it. Improvisation is present all throughout our lives, from the conversations we have with friends to negotiations on the world stage. It's in the smallest decisions, too. Do I play Roblox? Do I watch Vine compilations? Do I buy a fidget spinner? Do I play with slime? Do I actually study for chemistry, or do I finish my Minecraft house? Every decision we make is a split-second example of improvisation. And we need to recognize that improviser, that improv troupe within us all. Recognize that person who sits down at the table every day as life rolls the dice in front of them. And no matter what the number is, they know they can adapt. We can adapt, class of 2026, to anything and everything the Dungeon Master of Life throws our way. So please, roll initiative. Thank you.
Our second senior address will be given by Elizabeth Motz.
Ten years ago, the music platform Spotify began a campaign they called Wrapped, where each person who uses the app gets a summary of their music tastes at the end of the year. I'm sure many of you have heard of this before, but just in case you listen to most of your music on a Walkman, it's like if every year there was a special mixtape made for you that contained only your most well-loved tracks. And the best part is, you can easily share that mixtape with anyone you want. It's one of my favorite things to scroll through Instagram in early December and see what type of music everyone enjoys. There's something oddly intimate, actually, about sharing your music tastes like that. Just from seeing people's top 5 artists, I know that here today we have country kids, Taylor Swift kids, kids whose cars are so bass boosted it's difficult to drive next to them, and kids who listen to a mixture of everything. It's obvious that we all have wildly different music tastes and led wildly different lives throughout high school. But I also know that no matter what elementary school we came from, what activities we involved ourselves in, or what friends we hung out with, we all listened to music. And if we were to create a Wrapped of our last 12 years, it would probably be a lot more similar than different. The class of 2026's playlist would definitely include the staples of our 2010s childhood: High Hopes, Old Town Road, the Duck Song, and all those others we can't even stand to listen to anymore. It would include a few walk-up songs from various sporting events, and its fair share of marching band or show choir tunes. There would be a few oldies stolen from our parents, songs that remind us of just how much time they've spent with us as we've grown up. There would be a song we blasted with the windows down, laughing with the people we love most. There would be a song we played with the windows rolled up, letting tears roll down our faces after a day that felt like forever. There would be songs that brought friends together, songs for beginnings and songs for ends. Most importantly, each song would mean something to each person, connecting us in a way that only music can. Years from now, if we pull out the mixtape that was our high school years, we might laugh or wonder how we even tolerated some of the music we enjoyed. But we will always remember the memories and the emotion behind every song, no matter what role it played in our lives. It doesn't matter what type of kid you were or what you moved on to do. Music will continue to be the connection point to our high school years and the people we spent so much time with here. Our class of 2026 Wrapped shows that we are resilient, kind, and connected young people that have experienced so many things in such a short amount of time. What we've learned from this chapter of our lives will carry forward into every playlist we make from now on. Congratulations, and thank you.
In following a tradition, the seniors in concert choir selected the song for graduation. Our concert choir will now sing Northern Lights by Ola Yelo. I think sometimes at Onalaska we take it for granted how outstanding our music programs are. Let's give one more big round of applause to our orchestra, our band, and our choir. Our third and final senior address will be given by Eli Fernandez.
Hello. Take a deep breath and let it out. We made it. Let's be thankful. Thankful for all the hours the adults have spent teaching, grading, waiting for us to stop talking, spectating our recess Super Bowls, preparing our lunches, driving us to activities, making last-minute treats for the class party we told our mom about the night before, and all the other sacrifices that go unnoticed. Today, most importantly, let's be thankful for the memories. Writer Mariah Rogers once said, "The two hardest things to say in life are hello for the first time and goodbye for the last." Today we are floating in the space between those two. Graduation is saying hello to a new life, obtaining your own wings. Graduation is also about understanding the goodbye we are now faced with. In order to do that, we must look back on the hello that brought us here. I can remember my first hello. For a majority of us, it was at Eagle Bluff Kindergarten Center. Most of us said hi with an intimidated and nervous smile to a teacher welcoming us into the classroom. It was the hello to the kid with the Justin Bieber backpack, the hello to the smell of the tile floors, the stairs filled with salt footprints, the swing sets that we would get married on. The first hello was hard because it was scary. It took courage. It was starting new, stepping into an unfamiliar world. The difficulty of the first hello cannot compare to the goodbye we are faced with now. Instead of being scared of something unfamiliar, we might be afraid of losing the familiarity. Looking back over the past 13 years, we have followed the silence before our first hello with thousands of stories, laughs, and growth in all aspects of our lives. We aren't just leaving a building, an education, or an obligation behind. Rather, we're leaving a version of ourselves that has become our home. We now know the sounds of transitioning from class to class. We now know the friendships that blossomed eating lunch, playing sports, and in clubs. We now know the mentors and teachers who saw who we could be before we saw it ourselves. Now that it is here, we can reflect on the final goodbye as proof to the value of what we found here. An easy goodbye points to something meaningless. The pull and ache is proof of the story we built, something worth missing. The good, the bad, the mad, the sad, the happy, the sappy, getting knocked down and rising above. The A's, the missing assignments, the unexcused tardies, and everything in between. We have spent years working for the finish line, studying for exams, completing projects, and checking the boxes, giving us the right and ability to now say goodbye. Life is a fierce game of tug of wars, hello versus goodbyes. Each goodbye clears the air for a new hello, a new city, community, career, or memory. We now leave this place ready to handle both. We know the terror of a first hello and the difficulties of a last goodbye. Everything that happens in between, proof of a life well lived. Class of 2026, may the Lord watch over every step that you take. I wish each of you the best of luck in all that you do. And goodbye. Thank you.
It's now my honor to introduce Board of Education member, Dr. Mark Casilius.
Isn't this an awesome moment to cherish? It's an honor to be here and help you celebrate your graduation with your family and friends and neighbors. I would like to introduce the other board members that are here with us today amongst all of our administrators. Tisha Marshik, and next to her is Erin McDonald. From all of us, this is the highlight of the year. There's no doubt about that. Seeing the successes of our graduates in reaching this point in their education. I'm going to borrow a theme from Rotary International. Some of you may be familiar with our local Rotary clubs. That theme is service above self. As a board, we've seen many examples of this in our students, phenomenal goals that are set and have been reached in the arts and athletics and academics. And as a board, we often ask to hear back on the results of those efforts. I believe that I can speak for the board and say that we are always interested in hearing about the achievements of our graduates after their time here at Onalaska High School. Service above self. In reflecting on that, I have two quick stories to share about a previous Onalaska High School principal, the late Peter Warple. He happened to be in my office one day, a very busy day, and I received a phone call that our daughter, an Onalaska student, was in a relatively minor car crash. It would have been very difficult for me to leave that day immediately, so Mr. Warple went to the scene of the crash, check on our daughter. On another occasion, a student had a short-term serious health crisis. Mr. Warple went to the hospital to be with her and her family during her recovery. These are just a few examples of how our school community and the broader Onalaska community help and support each other. As you graduate, take that theme of service above self with you. Do what you can to help the world around you, whether that is in further education, the work world, or military service to our country. I'd like to end with a closing that Garrison Keillor uses, an author that I follow. Be well, do good work, stay in touch. Congratulations, graduating class of 2026.
And now our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Ben Barton, will address the class.
Good afternoon. It is a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be a Hilltopper. And most importantly, it's a great day for our Hilltopper nation of students and team members and families and community members to come together to celebrate our 2026 Onalaska High School graduating class. Graduates, congratulations on reaching this important milestone in your life. I'd like to recognize the hundreds of dedicated team members across our preschool programs, elementary schools, middle school, and high school who have all helped shape and support you on your journey to this moment. Their guidance and encouragement and commitment have played an important role in preparing you for the success as you take your next steps in life. Parents and guardians, thank you for your support and partnership in our quest to put our graduates in a position to reach their potential as individuals and fulfill their hopes and dreams in life. Graduates, today we not just celebrate the completion of your high school journey, but the beginning of everything that comes next. And as you step forward, I want to ground you in a few truths that can serve you well in your lifetime. Nelson Mandela once said, "There is no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that's less than the one that you're capable of living." That's my first message to all of you today. Don't play small. You are capable of more than you know. The world doesn't need a quieter version of you. It needs the fullest, boldest version of who you are meant to become. But let's be honest. Living big is not easy. In fact, it's often the harder path. And that is exactly the point. If you only do what is easy, life will get harder. But if you choose to do what is harder, life will get easier. Growth lives on the other side of effort. Every challenge that you lean into now builds strength and resilience you will rely on later in life. And along the way, you will fail. That's not a possibility, it's a guarantee. But hear this, if you don't fail, you're probably not even trying. To reach new heights and earn something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the path to it. Success also demands something less exciting, but far more important, and that's consistency. You will never reach your goals if you only work on the days that you feel like it. You have to show up every single day, on the good days, on the hard days, on the day that the world feels uncertain. Consistency always trumps intensity. Small steps, repeated over time, builds towards extraordinary outcomes. Now let's bring it home to who we are. We are the Hilltoppers. And to get to the top of any hill, you must climb. There are no shortcuts, there's no elevator, there's just effort. In tough times, we climb. In successful times, we climb. In uncertainty, we climb. And in struggle, graduates, we climb. When life is stormy and full of obstacles, we climb. And when life feels easy and bright, we climb. We put one foot in front of the other. We dig and we grind and we support one another. That's who we are as Hilltoppers. Graduates, go live boldly, work hard, stay consistent, embrace failure, choose growth, and never stop climbing. Congratulations, class of 2026. I'm excited to see all the hills and the mountains that you will scale. Your story is just beginning. Keep climbing. So you ready to get your diplomas? So let's do this. On behalf of the Board of Education, the School District of Onalaska, team members, and the entire community, it is my distinct honor and privilege to present to you the graduating class of 2026. These students have fulfilled the requirements set forth by the state of Wisconsin and the School District of Onalaska and are entitled to receive their diplomas. I proudly present to you the class of 2026. Mr. Schaffner.
The Onalaska High School staff members who wish to congratulate the class should move forward to my right at this time. Today, the students that have white honor cords have completed their course of study with a 3.5 or higher over their 8 semesters of high school. The silver high honor cords have a 3.5 GPA, as well as successful honor course completion in 3 core areas and at least 1 non-core area. And finally, the gold highest honor cords have a 3.5 GPA or higher, successful honor course completion in all 4 core areas and at least 2 different non-core areas. There's symbolism in how we present our diplomas today. Today is about an entire district and community coming together to celebrate the educational journey of these students. To my right, OHS staff members will congratulate seniors as they prepare to leave Onalaska High School. Our superintendent, representing all of our staff in the district, will congratulate each senior. Our board members and district administrators, the individuals responsible for our mission of ensuring a high level of learning for all, will present the diplomas. On the ramp to my far left, our seniors will end with where it began as they're congratulated by our elementary and middle school administrators. And most importantly, as they leave the Fieldhouse today, they will be congratulated by all of you, the family, the friends, and the community members who have supported them. Today, we celebrate as a high school, a school district, and as a community. It's with a great deal of pride that I present the Onalaska High School class of 2026. Krishna Raju Eliani, highest honors, National Honor Society. Adam Michael Amundsen, honors. Gage M. Andrews. Julio Aparicio. Luke Francis Archer. Kennedy Ann Bachman, highest honors. Juliana K. Ball, honors. Ruby Sue Baum. Azul Marbella Bautista Lopez. Carter Matthew Wayne Beeler, highest honors, National Honor Society. Tyler John Benty, highest honors. Elise Caitlin Berry, highest honors, National Honor Society. Nathaniel Charles Berry. Evan Lewis Bingham. Damarian Daryl Blackdeer. Damian Stephen Blank. William E. Bloss. Alexis Evelyn Brantner. Grayson Robert Bruja, honors. Case Borapa. Charles Joseph Burrows. Lucas Coleman Cahill, highest honors. Carson J. Campbell. Kiera Isabel Cayoso, highest honors, National Honor Society. Asha Dennis Valley, champion, highest honors, National Honor Society. David Javier Chiquito. Caroline E. Clark, highest honors, National Honor Society. Demetrius Jerome Connor III. Ainsley Louise Cowan, high honors. Mallory M. Cowan. Raylan Jane Cowley, highest honors, National Honor Society. Isabella Grace Kromicki, highest honors, National Honor Society. Miguel Andrew Adam Cruz. John William Curtin. Thomas Dwayne Curtin, high honors. Ellie Sandra Dahl, highest honors, National Honor Society. Keaton William Dahl. Julia Renee Denker. Chloe Mae Dummer. Karina Diane Dunn, highest honors, National Honor Society. Grady Myron Dunham, highest honors. Riley Mae Eckert. Jackson Patrick Egan, highest honors. Anthony Thomas Evenson. Bailey Mae Fee. Connor Logan Pfeiffer, highest honors. Antoine Felton. Elijah Justice Fernandez, highest honors. Vitaliano Buenaventura Figueroa III, honors. Aislinn Rain Fisher. Cassidy Caitlin Foster. Molly Isabella Frank. Kai Morgan Gallant, highest honors, National Honor Society. Mia Campbell Gallant, highest honors, National Honor Society. Jonathan David Gulstad. Xander Robert Garbrecht, highest honors, National Honor Society. Veda Candice Garvin, highest honors. Jacob Robert George, highest honors. Lila Marjorie Gerbig. Kylie Ray Gilhausen. Easton Lauren Glebke. Louis Tay Go, highest honors, National Honor Society. Sapphire Moon Godfrey. Leonardo Inuyusha Gonzalez Yang. Alexander Drake Gregg, highest honors, National Honor Society. Holden Grover. Grayson Hart Guzzo, highest honors, National Honor Society. Dylan Sangamong Ham. Rainey Na Hang. Ash Ray Hansen. Colin Wade Hansen. Entity N. Harder. Isabella Ruth Hartman. Maya Lily Haugen. Alexander Thomas Hauser, High Honors, National Honor Society. Jade Hauser. Autumn Joe Hyman, highest honors, National Honor Society. Dayton Alexander Ray Heinz. Eliana True Hellickson. Jacob Charles Hellman, highest honors. Ivy Rose Helseth. Stephen David Henke. Isabel Paku Her, highest honors, National Honor Society. Isabella Marie Hickey. Maurice Johan Holyfield. Ian Linnell Maurice Ronis. Zachary Michael Imgren, highest honors, National Honor Society. David P. Irvin, third. Andrew Jackson. Natalie Coletta Jacobson, highest honors, National Honor Society. Carter H. Johnson. Morgan Christine Jones. Elise Milena Keister, highest honors, National Honor Society, Principals Award recipient. Gavin M. Kind, highest honors. Jada Catherine Kinney. Colton Stephen Klein, highest honors, National Honor Society. Brianna Nicole Knapp. Sophia Grace Knight, highest honors, National Honor Society. Aiden Jeffers Knopp, highest honors. Wyatt Kokevich. Let's give another big round of applause for Wyatt, please. Zoe Lynn Kuntz O'Kane, honors. Ian Cole, highest honors. Sydney Claire Kranig, highest honors, National Honor Society. Sophia Jade Larkin, highest honors, National Honor Society. Alton James Larson, highest honors. Delilah Nuki Lee, highest honors, National Honor Society. Alexis Lullier, international student from France. Zachary Ronald Lemon, highest honors. Ava Lohr. Shaolin Pa Lohr. Sienna Jalea Lohr. Titus Pong Lohr. Donovan Daniel Luckstead, highest honors, National Honor Society. Jessica Ray Malum, highest honors, National Honor Society. Isabella Che Malachek, highest honors. Porter Gavin Malady, highest honors. Madison Lynn Marie Mannix. Lexi Ann Marks. Elizabeth Jane Motz, highest honors, National Honor Society, honor medallion recipient. Isabel Elaine Mavratonis, highest honors, National Honor Society. Lauren Yumi Mavratonis, highest honors, National Honor Society. Desiree Rose McCann. McKenna K. McGarry, highest honors. Rowan Vaughn McGrath. Serenity McMillan. Cadis John Melbo. Logan Daniel Mellon. Benjamin Peter Meslin. Federica Marina Molinaro, international student from Italy. Tristan Paul Moling, highest honors, National Honor Society. Jaden J. Moran. Hunter Andrew Morse. Vincent Maro Moscatello. Alina Gosheng Mua. Karina Mua. Aditi Reddy Mudaganti, highest honors, National Honor Society. Chloe Reina Ansrud. Trent Keith Oyen. Nevea Johanna Partial. Dia Patel. Soham Mayur Patel, highest honors, National Honor Society. Joshua Hoops Knutson. Olivia May Peterson, highest honors. Alexandra Paivon, highest honors, National Honor Society. Joshua Jameson Phillips. Haley Nicole Pitts. Wyatt Sampson Rory Pugh. Amethyst Rosilla. Brenya Kimberly Riley, highest honors, National Honor Society. Zara Rizvi, highest honors, National Honor Society. Alan Rodriguez Perez, honors. Cooper Rudai, highest honors. Tyler L. Sagan. Aiden Sanders. Carter S. Sanders. Maddox Ray Santos. Addison Karen Sanwick, highest honors, National Honor Society. Brett Stephen Schauer. Brett R. Schindler. Danielle Florence Schmidt. Mason Gordon Schrader. Carter B. Schultz. Atlas Schwab. Quentin L. Seeley. Nora Seberg. Sophia Grace Schiltz, honors. Gabrielle Robert James Shagru. Sam Rose Shagru. Tanner Adam Siebert. Luke Siegel, highest honors, National Honor Society. Hannah Aaron Syme. Jordan Alexander Simon. Cameron Trinity Sisk Ring. Docelle Roland Snodgrass. Paul Allen Soderberg. Gavin Kingston Summerfield, highest honors, National Honor Society. Caitlin Rose Sears. Haley R. Stecker, honors. Henry Straitsman, international student from Germany. Alexis Rose Stupai, highest honors, National Honor Society. Sabina Amelita Swanson. Cadence Leanne Tanky. Jacoby Tender. Samuel Tao. Benny Patricia Thomas. Malik Daryl Thompson. Mia Marie Thompson. Casey Thorson. Elijah J. Tillema. Ricky Isabel Tillotson, highest honors, National Honor Society. Maximus Bruce Todd, high honors. Kaylin Elizabeth Tomaszek. Angelina Torres Huber. Stefana Rose Toll, highest honors. Daniel Hugh Tran, highest honors. Carson William Trissler. Anthony James Ulvested. Elizabeth Rose Valaza, highest honors, National Honor Society. Ella Grace Valaza, highest honors, National Honor Society. Harrison William Vanderhurst, high honors. Talon Raymond Van Riper. Daniel Benjamin Vanderloop. Cherry Vang, highest honors. Fuji Vang. John Nee Vang. Pania Melissa Vang. Peng Su Vang, honors. Nellie Felton, international student from Germany. Liv Kaylin Vogler, highest honors, National Honor Society. Ethan Tyler Vu, highest honors. Jai Vu. Lance Vu. Pachi Vu. Sheila Amaya Walker Heisig. Macy Ann Welch, highest honors, National Honor Society. Perry West. Brooklyn Jean Williams, highest honors. Sheldon Lloyd Wright Jr. Alexis Zhang. Evelis Zhang. Summer Zhang. Kevin R. Zhang. Pengsu Austin Zhang. Kadi Aaliyah Yang. Maya Grace Yang, highest honors, National Honor Society. Nuku Yang, highest honors, National Honor Society. Abigail Eunice, highest honors, National Honor Society. Michael D. Zalea Melger. Benjamin Wilhelm Zilmer, highest honors. Carson M. Zinneker, highest honors. And one more, Kevin Zhang. Class of 2026, as we prepare to hear the school song for your last time at Onalaska High School, I want to talk about one other really important tradition. We have a staff member here who has been here for the last 31 graduations, and more importantly, she's been the graduation coordinator for the last 22 years. Mrs. Hubbard, please step forward. Class of 2026, please stand for the playing of our school song.